You know, Dana, you raise a great point. So you've got your Smith & Wessons and your SIGs and your Remingtons, big companies with all kinds of products. But most of the booths on that showroom floor are small businesses with new innovative products, maybe long-time products, knife makers, etc. What's the feeling now that we've been a year in with Donald Trump? I know firearm sales have come off a little bit. We'd be dishonest if we said they haven't, but they're still at great numbers. Are people still excited about the future?
They are, and it's weird. I mean, you talk about firearm sales, particularly. I mean, we have more gun owners. If you have fewer firearm sales, you still have more gun owners, which is awesome. But one of the things that I've been seeing, particularly with regards to anticipation for, say, like the Hearing Protection Act, you see the suppressor micro industry, for the lack of a better way to put it, that's really beefed up, I think, in anticipation of that. And so maybe it's not firearms, maybe it's optics, maybe it's suppressors, maybe it's something else, and you can kind of see, you know, these different facets of the industry react to that. So I think there's so much more than just, you know, than just looking specifically at firearms in particular.
You know, it's interesting you mentioned suppressors. So as a business owner myself, boy, you really got to weigh the risk reward now as to going and producing all of this product, hoping that that act and the Hearing Protection Act, caught up in the Sportsman Heritage Protection Act, gets pushed through Congress. No one knows right now. I wish that we could get off our you-know-what in the United States Senate and start pushing through some of this legislation. I don't think the House is responsible for not pushing it through. We know that national concealed carry reciprocity they passed through. But boy, as a business owner, it really is a gamble. And you got to be wondering about politicians when you got business owners gambling on you. If that's not pressure on you to push this through, I don't know what is.
Well, it's dumb because we've been focusing on collusion and conspiracy and a whole bunch of ridiculous trash. And here instead, you know, people are looking at what the economic impact of tax reform is going to be and how they can best plan for later on in the year. But no, I mean, that's a good point, because all of these businesses, I mean, there are businesses here that are exhibiting at SHOT Show, and that's what their business is they make suppressors, or they make a cosmetic feature or something to that effect. And that's what their industry is. And so they're trying to anticipate what the market's going to do in reaction to what Washington, D.C. does. So this is why it's also, I think, important to make sure that your voice is heard and that you're shaking down your elected officials. Honestly, y'all people should be calling these people every single day. Should be calling them 2 and 3 times a day. If you have not called your elected official at least 2 times a day, you're not doing it right.